June? There is no free time to speak in an 18-hour shift. But when all you do for work is sit in the same spot all day, you tend to see and hear things. Like when your boss acts all friendly with a guard who just kicked in a woman's skull in front of the bread line that morning. It was a week or two after I first arrived that I brought it up to Victor during one of our talks. Collaboration is the coward's way out, and I couldn't understand why he was treating these monsters like people. You remind me so much of myself as a young man. You have fire in your eyes, a warrior spirit. It kept you alive out there. In here, it will kill you. Do not let this fire go out, but also do not let the fire consume you. I didn't listen to him. I sharpened a leather punch and wrapped it in a cloth to make a shiv. I was going to stab one of the guards to death, steal his gun, and shoot a few before killing myself as well. I approached the guard from behind, but he saw me. Oh hey, you're Victor's new friend. And then he gave me a sausage? Pause. Hey yo, you want this? They were out of vegan rations this morning. In my defense, it was one of those huge summer sausages. It really made me reconsider some things. When I was eating it, I decided that I should trust whatever the old man tells me. If we can make it in here, so can I. June 5th? I never thought I would see someone from Plainview again. So imagine my surprise when I saw Shirag serving soup in the food line this morning. Shirag? Greg? We're not allowed to talk in the food lines. But the nearest guard was looking at the other direction, so I decided it was okay to risk a few questions. So is this where you've been since the invasion? I was wondering where you went. I moved to California like 3 years ago. Apparently they arrested him after it was revealed that his father was a wealthy stockbroker before the war. We didn't have much to say, but it was pretty nice to talk to an old friend from before things went all to hell. It really made me think about the friends I've left behind. Jury, Bryce, Tyrone, Preston, and all of the others. I can remember how much they were before the war. I can remember Bryce's jokes and Jury's party tricks. It all seems so far away. What about the people that failed? The last of the wolverines in the bunker? Were they captured? Could I see rallies showing up in this gulag someday? What about Holly? Nah, these guys are evil, man. I pray to God every night that Holly wasn't taken alive. June 12th. I can't believe I'm still alive. I knew I was dead the second he pointed at me. Yeah, it was real cool, that says. I'll translate that after. Everyone knows that when the Chinese MPs take you away, you never come back. I tried to run and then to fight back when they knocked me to the ground, but it was no use. They knocked me out and I woke up some time later, naked in chains. Where am I? I could guess what was happening from the empty spaces and the sounds echoing through the walls, but I couldn't believe it until I saw it myself. What's the flip? These guys are just letting them, it's like what the flip? It actually is a gulag. They're just letting them fight to the death with some animals. They threw me into a pit with one of the most vicious dogs I've ever seen. Judging by all of the blood and body parts on the ground, I was far from the first challenger that night. You fight dog now. You win, you live. I wish I could say I put up a good fight from the get-go, but I just ran for all of the 10 feet or so of room I had. It's funny I'm not even afraid of bullets anymore, but those fangs were something else. Of course it caught up to me, and when it did, it locked its jaws in the back of my neck. If I hadn't been facing it, the beast would have torn out my throat. Get off! Get off me, stupid dog! I don't remember reaching for anything, but my hand closed around a hard object and I swung it at the dog's head as hard as I could. I was crushing its skull with a human femur, but I did not care. I just kept slamming it down as hard as I could, over and over again. Long after it stopped moving. I didn't stop until one of the MPs jumped into the pit and knocked me down. You're not supposed to kill dog. You might die. I kill you. He really should have thought twice about monologuing with nut-cracking range. I fought. In for a penny, in for a pound. His skull crashed open just as easily as his mutt. The crowd was dead silent for a few moments after that. But then someone shouted something in Chinese and everyone in the crowd ran away. I didn't think I scared them that much, but I couldn't let the chance go to waste. I saw a keychain on the MP and sure enough, there was a little door on one of the walls. The door led into a dog kennel, but there was another door from there that connected to an alleyway outside. where things got even worse. It was at that moment I realized that I was in the compound, a cluster of buildings walled off from the camp proper, where all of the prisoners were kept. The whole place was swarming with military police and American guards, and I was standing right in the open, in nothing but my underwear, and with my inmate number tattooed right where any guard could see it. I could have been shot on sight at any moment. Luckily for me, there was some commotion on the other side of the building. It looked like all of the people from the fighting ring had been rounded up and were being getting lectured by an officer. It serves them right. Even with all of the guards and MPs distracted, it was still slow going and I was almost caught more times than I cared to think. Eventually though, I got to the gates and realized I was truly effed. It looked like it was built to keep prisoners out of the compound more than to keep them in the camp. It might have been easier to escape the entire Gulag than to get back to the barracks, but I never got a chance to try before one of the guards found me. Huh? Hi. I really want to hear the story behind this one. I guess they don't have very many prisoners showing up naked very often. Like an idiot, I left the female bone behind and I didn't feel like I could take him on without being noticed. So I decided to tell him the whole story. Wait, you actually beat Huang's mutt and then killed him too? Yep. I'll help you back to the barracks. You deserve it. I was surprised, but you won't see me complaining. He said it was too late to do anything that night, but that he could get me back in while he ran a trucking shift the next day. He took me to an industrial lot and locked me into the cab of a fuel tank for the night. I actually slept pretty well, all things considered. This morning he brought me some clothes and a clipboard and said I was his assistant for the day. We just went around the complex topping off the tanks and all I had to do was write down numbers he told me to. It was kind of like having a day off when compared to what I was used to. And I even got half of a vegan cheeseburger Dylan, his name's Dylan, didn't finish. We had some time to talk and among other things, I asked why he was helping me. He explained that there was no love lost between the Chinese and the American guards, especially for the ones like Huang. I know we can be pretty brutal, but you have to understand that it's just a job for us. We don't enjoy doing this to you, even if you all are a bunch of fascist capitalist pigs who deserve it. Honestly feel kind of bad about it sometimes. Those MPs though, they're all flipping lunatics. Seriously, it's like they went out of their way to find every sociopath in China and sent them over here with batons and bad attitudes.